Okay, welcome guys. This is going to be part two. We're going to continue on where we were yesterday, actually, with this game. I really am enjoying playing Master of Magic. It's one of these games that it's great until something bad happens. But nothing as bad has happened just yet, so we're going to continue on. So welcome. I hope you have had a good New Year's. I know it's for most of you at this time of going live. It's basically still still New Year's Day. It's the day after for me. So some of you will be on holidays. Some of you will be, if you're from Australia or from Asia, it's going to be the second day, so you're most likely going to be either working or still on holidays. One of the two, or something else. I don't know. Anyway, let's just continue on into it. So we're just going to load the game. We're playing as Vortaria the Cruel. I'll do a summary. I'll do a summary when we get into it. Might do a few summaries through this session just to sort of as people sort of come in. All right, so there we are. We've got Skygate. Why is it challenged there? I'm not sure why it's looking at that particular location. Let's just move across. So Lightning is our capital, which is very excitingly, we are building ourselves a Tempest, which we can get in 5 turns. Now we can pay for this. It's tempting to do this, but I don't think I'm going to do it just yet. I think I'm just going to let this thing just build it up. This is a special unit that we have. Now we're playing with the Mythical Realms mod, which is excellent. So we're playing with that, which allows us to play with different factions, like new factions. So we're playing with the Voltars. So growth rate of growth rate is regular. Building restrictions cannot build Parthenons and Fantastic Stables. Now it does say the other modifiers are +1 melee attack and +1 resistance for basic units, and armor piercing. Now this was actually over strength, so I actually wondered, because I didn't see that actually in the list, but like the extra melee attack. And sure enough, I spoke with the dev earlier today, and he did say, "Yep, I should have changed the description. That doesn't have the +1 melee attack anymore, but it's still got the +1 resistance and the armor piercing. Armor piercing is an ability that has been added in basically for like in the mod, where it sort of halves the armor of going up against an attacking unit, or when you attack a unit. Now, one of the things with the Voltars is if we go into the build queue, there's no ranged units. So once we get to ranged units, where is it? The evokers are the closest thing we have to a ranged unit. So with only 4 ammo and doing magical attacks. These ones also have armor piercing as well. So these all have armor piercing. But this is sort of, we're now starting to sort of get to the interesting aspects, I guess, of our faction, where we actually have different types of units, like the Stormjammer, for example, is going to be the top of the tree for us. The Evokers and the Stormjammer, they basically are working, like they're both at the same level. They're both the same number of hammer costs, so they're right up there. This one also has a ranged attack as well, so this will be interesting once we get to these. These are a little way off to be able to grab these. We need to get a Maritime Guild, which is, that's maybe in page 2. I'm not seeing it there. Oh, not on the water. That's why not. So we can't get that one because we need to get a Maritime Guild, which would be a particular, would need to be on the coastline, and actually I don't think we've got anyone on the coast. That one's not. We need to build a few more cities actually, so maybe we'll have a look at that. But this one is, but this is not, actually no, that's not on the coast. That's just missing the coast. That's missing the coast as well. So we don't actually have anything like that. So anyway, that's okay. Now we do actually have, we're starting to build these magical roads around the place, and we're also coming in and just getting rid of everything that's sort of in these sorts of areas as well. Like this is a fairly easy battle for us with the faction, with the group that we have. We've got some Draconians that are fighting with us. These are our only real ranged units, and so we're using those. They're flying, they're ranged units, which means that they essentially can sort of get in and do some extra damage, or some damage, and not be retaliated against things that can't hit flying units, which is what all of these are. So we will be having a look at those. Builder's Hall was finished in a place called Shockholm. This is a bit of a halfway place, just sort of really just building all sorts of different things in through here. You know, actually one of the other things is I don't have to stay, I could be on a little lake and build those special ships, because they're flying ships. Anyway, we'll see how we go. So we've got the as we sort of come back through here, we do need to get another unit in here. Now we're building settlers, but in reality we need to get rid of this rebel. Now the shrine will get rid of it, but we can get another spearman in 7 turns, so we'll grab that one first, then we'll grab the shrine, and we'll just sort of, this is not a city I want to be investing money in, so we'll just let that one do its own thing, but that will then get rid of the rebel, having the swordsman and the spearman together. That would be good. So we'll close that one. Might just have a quick look at all the cities. Just make sure that we are building in every single one of them. Yeah, we are. And Skygate is not yet formed, but it will next turn. We've got a troll area now as well. So we'll just slowly sort of build this one up as well. So that's on the other side of the map. Click on that one through there. It's sort of way over here where we haven't really sort of expanded to it all. But they were sending forces up against us, so we'll be sending forces that way as well. I'll just double check that this is running. Just make sure that it is live. Yes, it is. That's good. All right, so we'll continue on. Move armies. So this is actually the army that we used to come in and defeat the trolls. That's only just happened. Yeah, let's just move out because we can always sort of zip back in if we have to. So we'll just move this whole army, even though they're badly injured. Move the other armies across. This one here we have to just go back into this power node. Actually, one thing I will do, because we will need it, is another magic spirit. So we'll cast that one immediately. And I won't worry about anything else with the cast, although do we want to get more Nagas or something? Scrying, what does this one do? Spell reveals the map, place of interest in cities on it, all hexes in a range of 7 hexes from the selected spot. Why not? Let's just cast that one as well. So that will come. Now that means that gives us the magic spirit. Actually, I could have got that at any old time. Let's just move across. So we don't want this one to go into the fight at this stage. We want to be finishing that off with this unit. It says we're going to win this one anyway, but if I turn off the magic, it's a definite loss to us. So I'm just going to go through and milk this one for a little while, but just command personally. It would be interesting to see what the spell choices were actually, but anyway, we might do that after this next phase. So we'll just start by killing off all the different units. Half of these guys can do 2 damage, like this one here, and the other 2 can only do 1 damage. So so some of these actually attack it essentially sort of like twice the effectiveness. Actually, no, that's a 2. They're all 2s now. Okay, they've all gone up a level. So this is going to be a little bit faster than what the last one was like yesterday when we were playing it. I'll just end our turn there. I want to get within 2 of this just so we can sort of do more. That gives us a 30% chance of getting a hit, whereas anything further back we start, like if I do it from here for example, I've only got like a 20%. I want the 30% chance to hit. If it was magical attacks, there wouldn't be any diminishing, it would all be 40% or 30%, depending on what the thing actually is. So we're just going to go and start to whittle away. There we go. Almost killed that one entirely. One's down. Alright, actually with the spells that we have, what would they use if they were going to do this? Confusion, maybe? Oh, it'll attack its own people. Don't think it worked. Yeah, I don't think it actually, I think that they, we've got to be a bit careful with some of these spells that we are using. We do have an ability to get past the node, but we do have like that ability, so it didn't work though in this case. And these have got like heightened resistance because of being from that node. So anyway, we'll end our turn there. I'll start to go back this way. It's going to be 2 away. Getting through the armor. Yeah, we're not having much luck here. All the 2 hits that there we go, we've killed that one. Down to 5 ammunition. That's what we want. This one, let's go to one of the models there. There's actually 16 attacks going in with each time we do this, so we're just resisting, and well, their armor is actually kicking in very, very effectively here. Just what's making it so difficult. The 2 hit, it has to get past the 2 hit, but there's 16 at a 30% chance to hit. We've only got 2 more arrows left. And then it's got to get past the armor after the ones that do actually hit. It's got to get past the armor. I wish that all of those numbers were exposed in the game, rather than it just being the results. It gives you some information, like when we do something like this, like when we have a look at the actual archery. You can see there that there was range attack, 2 damage got through, so 2 of the 16 actually got to the 2 hit, which is very, very low. If we go to the next one above it, 3, 1 got through the armor, 7, but only 2 got through the armor. Things like this. So so it's a tricky one. There we go. Got the kill. Got the kill. That's good. Okay, last arrow. It certainly feels like when you move, it punishes you. I don't think it I don't think it does, but it just feels like that. It feels like if you move, you lose a bit of your accuracy, but it doesn't actually. It's not applied that way. Okay, how are you going? So he's saying good afternoon. Yeah, I've just finished my lunch, so I thought I'd come and do some streaming. Now I've only got one more that has got one more arrow, which is this one here. That's good, fairly effective one. Is that 3, was it? Or 2? 2, only 2. And so nobody else can do anything, so now we're just going to keep on ending the turn. Just have to run the 50 turns down. This is the one failing of the game, is that its user interface and user experience is actually lowish. It could be better. I hope that they do address this at some point. I mean, you know, there's a lot of games where it takes a little while before they get back to those sorts of things, but in this case, that's where we are with Master of Magic. But you know, it's a great game. It's just little things like not being able to finish that off. There's heaps of XP there. That's cool. We did spend 26 mana. We'll just accept that one. Now we're still going. We've still got 2 more moves here, so we should be able to finish this one off with these units. And if we turn that off, yeah, it sort of becomes a bit less effective. Come on, personally. You know, what we're trying to do is we've just got like basic units that we've got, like these ones, just so we can start to clear the map of certain areas. But what we're going to be doing is also, it should be this turn, we'll end up with adamantine and mithril powered troops, and then that will sort of give us even more power. So, but we'll sort of have to build up a bit of an army of these type of units. But these are leveling up, so they're becoming very, very effective. Like once we get the adamantine and mithril troops, they're going to be also extremely effective. They just don't have to do all this leveling up to get to that sort of same level of effectiveness. Hi, Sabosco, how you going? Thanks for the endless content. Yeah, no, I had a sleep actually just before, and then I had some lunch, and I thought, I feel up to it. I can feel like I can do a few hours at least, so why not? Want to get within 2 to get that 30% to hit. I don't think we get any more power with our weapons than what we currently have. Just the two shots in here, I think, are as good as we can get with these units. Kill off one of the units that are in there, and then we'll go to the other one. I've still got 5 shots here. Down to 4 now. Okay, that should kill off the other one. That's going to make it so that if we do go into melee, we're going to have a slightly easier time in melee. So let's just work on this one now. Do a bit of an evaluation. Because these guys traditionally are not good at melee. I don't think we got any results there at all that round. 4 damage, but nothing got through. 1 damage, nothing got through. 5 damage, nothing got through, and 3 damage, nothing got through. So you're not breaking through the armor of this thing. It's only got 5 armor. That's fairly it's fairly substantial. Let me just go into one of these. Yeah, so it's picking up 2 from the location, unfortunately, and same with resistance. It's a bit harder to sort of break through this one. Close it off and end our turn. So we've still got 2 more shots. There we go. Good. Still one more after this. Just try to work in these a bit. And we just sort of work out the likelihood of the enemy being able to actually do some damage to us. So this next bit, we haven't done any melee. We'll just end our turn here. If we look at the melee factors now with what we've actually got, so if we go and click on our unit and have a look, we do actually have 2 armor. So this represents the success chance for a single defense roll to prevent a single point of damage from an incoming conventional attack. Now, it's not just conventional attacks we have to deal with. Like, we actually have a special attack, fire breath attack. So fire breath allows the attacking unit to breathe a fiery blast before engaging in hand-to-hand combat. So we get this one anyway, and this one sort of goes more against the resistance, I think, more so than the armor, which is so we've got a pretty better chance to do damage there. Now we've got 6 units, so that's 12 fire breath attacks that are going to be going in, and I think that they'll still only be 30%. I think there's still only 30% chance of it going through. We'll have a look. So we should expect about 4 of those per, to actually get through to start to cause damage. But then it can resist it, I think. So that will be okay. I just want to make sure that we're fairly survivable. We've got 2 armor, so which is a 30% defense roll, and that means we've got 12 rolls to mitigate damage that's coming back out our way. Only 1 hit point per figure, unfortunately, so we've got a total of 6 hit points, which isn't great. We're probably going to take a bit of damage here. If we have a look at these units, these have got 1 figure, so we just multiply everything by 1. They've got a melee attack of 6, so if everything goes through, and they've got a 2 hit of 40, so that's still a fair bit. Then they've got a poison as well. Poison attacks force defending unit to resist for each point of poison damage. Poison damage is the poison level multiplied by the number of figures in the attacking unit. I feel this is actually still too strong. I feel bad about this. Well, let's just try it. Yeah, so we took a lot of damage there. Like, we lost 4 of our 6 units. It's too risky. So we did kill it, and if we have a look at the log file again, we should find that our fire attack went in first. So in phase 1, the fire breath went in with 2 damage, only when 1 of them got through, and then we did 4 melee damage, and 3 of it got through. But at the same time, they also did 2 melee damage, of which we received both of them, and 4 poison damage, of which we received 2 of them. So it's sort of one of these things where that could have very easily been everyone on our side dying as well. And so they died, we stayed alive. But I wish I could see the die rolls. That would be so much more helpful. So I'm not going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to run this one down. I'll just go back in again one more time. Let's turn that off. Makes life a bit easier. So this one has to heal up. Bit of XP across the board. If we have a look at our actual stack. So these are regulars, okay, so we've mastered the basic magic of fighting techniques. Maybe we will get an extra damage there at some point. So we get extra +1 to hit, and also the ranged attacks, and to our resistance, which is what we're sort of seeing through there. Anyway, we've still got one more move, so we'll just go and finish it off. Takes time, but we're getting there. Oh, I'm winning with only one unit. Okay. I had it selected, that's why. Oh well. We might get this one done. There we go. We did it. We did it. So that's good. And we've learnt to spell Petrify. We did gain 19 mana. And these guys got an extra 2 XP. Okay, so this one here can go in and meld. Meld with the node. So that's another power node. That gives us another boost to our mana, to our research, and to everything else. Actually, where's the other power nodes? If we just go back to cartographer. So we've got those 2 power nodes. We're only really aware of another one up through there and through there. Still got a fair bit to explore on this particular world. Let's see what we're up against on the other ones. There's a nature node, which we can't see it. There's a chaos node. Now these can actually hit flying units, so that's not going to be helpful. That one can as well. It's got a boulder attack, which does 10 damage. Yeah, it's doing massive damage, so we can't really deal with that one. And we've got this one as well, which is just a fighter unit. It's still very, very strong. So it's not going to help us. Okay, so we can't really do those at this stage. Oh, here we go. Now, have we got enough in Drake Lair? Yeah, we do. Doesn't matter what we have in here, because as long as we've got a force in here to defend it, we don't have to engage it. Too hard for us, we won't engage. Scrying. Now I think we'll scry. So there's more water down that way. We should start to be coming back down this way. So let's have a look down this way here, I think. Alright, so we're seeing another portal. Not seeing any other locations. There's no other cities down this way. Okay, so there's a fair bit of expansion we could do down this way. This actually looks pretty cool. There's more adamantine down that way. Heaps of gold. Yeah, okay. Look, I think we'll expand into here as well. It's a nature node back over that other side, and Skygate has now come good. So we'll just go into build mode and grab ourselves a spearman, builder's hall. Actually, I'll do it the other way around. It's good. Now we're getting heaps of food, so we can sort of put everyone. We have to keep at least the same number. We get 2 food per farmer, and if I move it across there, it'll be 0. So if I do that, it's not allowed. So I've only got the 1 population there. So we'll leave that one there, but we can go to some of the other ones, like this one here has got, again, we don't have enough to be able to do anything with that one. We'll get this spearman in, look, I might just buy it, 6 turns, it's going to get rid of this rebel. Then we've got lightning, the capital. This is one that we can certainly upgrade. Like we've got more than double the farmers that we sort of actually require. And every time I do this, it's going to be taking some food away from this one over through here. Yeah, actually, there we go to negative there. So our farmers must give us 3. It's okay. Anyway, 4 turns for the Tempest, which is fine. That's good. Just double check up in the other places as well. The Death Muck is fine as well. Yeah, Temple coming in 7 there. That will then reduce one of the more of the rebels. Thunder Mist. Sage's Guild in 3. I'm not going to rush that one. Yeah, that gets us down to 0. I'll leave it there for now, but this current hold is the one that I really want to be affecting. Let's do that to try to get this one as fast as we can get it. 304 for that one now. There's, what's that, 150? So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. I think I might buy this. So I'll buy the Alchemist Guild, because what this one will, once we get the Alchemist Guild, the Adamantine and the Mithril should both be applied to the units that we then build here. So let's go and pay that. We will keep the workers working there, and I'll just go back to the other city and push the farmers back out just to make sure that this is then rebalanced again. This is not as important as the other cities. So we'll just close that one off. Let's keep on going through here. Hi Tenru, saying, hey Daz, these animations sound very irritating, especially the bow ones. Yeah, I can't imagine playing the game for extended periods. It's repetitive in that sort of sense. Now, these guys have done what they had to do. I think we'll send these south as a group to see if we can actually go and claim these new areas. Now, this one will actually, yeah, this one will be able to hit this location next. We've got 4 spearmen there, so it shouldn't really be able to do much against the spearmen. So it says that we're going to win this with some risk, but I'll just command personally, because again, we're flying units. We don't have to do, we don't have to go for it. If we have a look at our units, again, our units are going to be fairly weak. We only have 8 figures, 1 hit point. So we've got 3 armor, which may give us a bit of survivability. We'll just see how we go. We'll fly down to it because it won't come to us. The reason I've got 4 in here is to reduce the unrest in this draconian town. So it can't attack us because we're flying. It's funny, the original Age of Wonders had the same setup with flying units, and they then changed it over the next lot of iterations to, I think version 2 still had it. Now it may be able to kill off all of our units in one go. Let's just see how we go. So we don't want to do any more than that. Damage, but 5 coming back the other way for us. That's good, it didn't kill any of those. And we've now halved its attack because one of the units is now dead. That's good. Again, the flame breath is the thing that's doing the damage initially. Losing a bit of health in through here. Now, if nothing happens, like if we decide that it's getting a bit too risky, which it almost is with these sort of units, we're now down to small numbers, down to 3 points. There we go. So we took a lot of damage with that fight, but we did actually kill it all off. Just going okay. We've come across Merlin. Now that means that they've made their way through into the underground, into the Mirren Plain. So I'll just end the conversation. Now we don't know where he is, but he will have come through one of the portals. So could be here, could be here, could be up here. We just there it is. He's claimed that one there. So he is in through here. All right, we're going to have to destroy him because we don't want the Arcanist group down where we are. So that is something we have to destroy. Ultimately, we don't have to do it immediately, but it's something we'll build up to. So we'll move once we get Death Mucks sorted. We'll actually then move this army away. Now this one here we can now start to pick up if we now that we've got the Alchemist Guild. When we start to build units, and we don't have much we can build, only spearmen at this stage, but these will come in with mithril. I think they come in with mithril and adamantine, and because there's 8 figures in these are quite good because it's for bang for buck. They don't cost any gold, even with the special weaponry that they end up having. So I think I'm going to grab a couple of these, like maybe even sort of like 4 of them. And then we'll go and we get extra power if we do it this way. But what we would then want to do is get something like the barracks. So let's just go and get rid of that one and grab the barracks. That one's going to then open up the swordsmen and the cavalry. And it's these sort of mundane units are the ones that we really want to be focusing on with the adamantine. The ones that give us as much bang for buck as we possibly can at against the upkeep cost. So that'll be good. So Muzzle Paint's saying you're streaming machine. I am at the moment. It's okay. I'm watching while I play Distant Worlds 2. That's cool. All right. So yeah, one more turn we get this Voltar Spearman, and so we'll have a look at and see what its stats are when it comes through. So we'll just close that one off. And Merlin, we don't know much about Merlin just yet. So he's claimed this, he's broken through here. Yeah, Sherlock doesn't have the special ones, that's just to get rid of the rebels. Shrine is fine. Another Settler is fine as well. Although, yeah, that'll be okay. Just close that one off. Now we're trying to get another engineer from over this side. We don't have engineers with the Voltars. Move these. There we go. This engineer is building the road. Master utensils do not produce enough food. So we're now getting -1. So we need to just keep on pushing the food up. Just make sure that we're positive there. Too much for us. The Voltar Cavalry have now gone up another level as well. And we've got our spearmen. So let's have a look at these guys. If we have a look at this one, we've got 2 extra. So what we have, it looks like we don't get mithril and adamantine. I think we only get the one, yeah, only adamantine, which is the higher level. So we don't get mithril and even though we've got mithril in this location as well. Adamantine is the only thing that's applied. So that's actually, I think I may have known that, but I wasn't 100% sure. So we get 2 extra armor, 2 extra melee attacks, and it's magical attacks that we actually get from this one here. It's got a little bit, it's got more survivability. It's still got 8 figures. So these aren't super powerful creatures. So we do want to start to build up I'll just get. Actually, I might just change that because I thought that was. Let's ditch both of those. We'll get the armory, and we'll get some halberdiers, which already start with 4 melee, so that they're going to come in with 6 melee and 4 armor. Only 1 hit point though. What about the cavalry that we have? They're 3 hit points, 4 figures, 4 melee, so that would be 6 melee per figure. Yeah, that's not bad as well. The swordsman still only 1 hit point. And then once we come across here, these don't really sort of rate in that sort of sense. So it really does come back down to just these basic units. I think halberdiers will probably be the ones that we end up sort of really aiming for. And cavalry, both of those are good. So it'll end up with 3 armor. This one will end up with 4 armor, which will be good. That'll actually help. We'll close that one off. Yep, that's got another spearman coming. Just double check here. We don't have any rebels there. That's okay. So we'll leave that one there. So continue on. Hang on a second. Just someone's at the door. I'll just be right back. Right, that's good. So close that one off. Move army. And we'll end our turn there. Yep, too difficult for us. Okay, Spell Blast. Yeah, take magic, recall hero. Truly masterful ritual against enemy magic. Attempts to dispel all enemy spells in the target map hex. This one could be interesting, actually. I might get that one. Now, our research is... We're doing a hell of a lot of research here. I think I'm going to push this back into mana. Let's just push that one down a little bit. Just lock that one down. Let's just do this. Not that there's... Actually, we still don't have things that we really need, so I'll still... Yeah, maybe I'll just do it this way here. Yep, that's okay, that's fine. Move the army. They've all healed up now. So this should be able to stop most wandering stacks around on the map. Slavers visit Deathmark. They can buy some of your population from you. Refuse their offer, accept, or consider your choices. What are the choices? Refuse. Deathmark is the troll city that we found. I think I'll start to bring these back around the map now to I'll bring them through here. barracks are coming in too. We'll just go back into the build queue. Now the sawmill, to grab the cavalry, all we need here is just the armory, which we'll have to get afterwards. But the cavalry require also the stables, and the stables require the smithy. So we'll just come back up that way. Bring this back down into the main part of the map. Now we've got our Tempest as well. This is one of our most powerful units. So this one here does 5 melee, 7 armor, 9 resistance, 1 figure with 10 hit points, but it's got like a lot of protection. It also has a, what else does it do? It's got a melee attack, armor piercing attack, so that gets through half of the enemy armor. Lightning breath as well, so it actually does 4 damage. So the lightning breath allows the attacking unit to breathe an armor piercing blast of lightning before combat, hand-to-hand combat. So that's going to mean that there's a bit more there. We got a chance to stun it. So on a failed resistance roll, the target enemy's unit's melee attack and ranged attacks are halved for 1 turn. It's got scouting of 2, so it can see a far distance. It's a flying unit, so again can't be targeted really easily. This is something we could, use to break our way into some of these other locations. It doesn't have a ranged attack, but if I put this in with the Draconians, that could work out fairly well. Poison immunity, stoning immunity. Now, stoning in this case is turning to stone, not getting hit by stones. Actually, maybe it is. Stoning immunity makes the unit informs all forms of stoning. Not sure, actually. I'm not 100% sure about that one. Sage's Guild in through here again. This one does have adamantine, so I want this to end up being another one. We've got the temple coming, which is I'm happy enough with. There's the Alchemist Guild. I want to get that one as well. I want to get both of these. Then I can start to build other special units. So we'll get the barracks then after that. The sawmill. So I'll just get those queued up. In fact, I might even push this one back towards the end of those, just so we can sort of open up some of the other areas. Yeah, so we've got another Tempest coming in 6 turns. Okay. One connects back up that way. Yeah, we don't know what's in there. Yeah, I do want to get down into this sort of area. We're wanting that one to join up with that one over there, but I also want it to join up with these. be that we grab another magic spirit while we're here. Bring that one through. As I've been saying, you're selling me on this game. It's a good game, isn't it? It's very good. So Judge Dredd is saying this game's similar to Gladius, only in as much that it's a 4X, you know, like a fantasy 4X. Although the other one's not really fantasy as such, but it's sort of, you know what I mean. But it's, oh, here we go. We've only got a single skeleton, so we'll definitely go after this one here. Again, the skeletons are a little bit tricky, but we shouldn't have any real troubles with them. So yeah, it's not the same, like Gladius is all played on one map, so the tactical map is a strategic map. In this case, the battles are played out in battle maps, more like Age of Wonders. This is much more like the original Age of Wonders, like Age of Wonders 1 and 2, with the way it sort of plays out. But having said that, Age of Wonders 1 and 2 were inspired by the original Master of Magic, so it sort of cancels them out a little bit in that regard. We've got 5 ammo here. It can reach there, it can reach there, it can reach there. So I'll just position my forces. It's going to be 2 movement to go through these locations, so I'll just stay where I am across this line. Yeah, we've gone after the commander. Did kill one of them. Okay, barracks. So Judge Dredd is saying that the races play very differently. Absolutely, yeah. I'll do a bit of a summary actually as to the way that the game is sort of why it is so special. Like in that regard, like there's very few games that have got the same level of well, I guess the ways that the different ways of playing the game, and it's one of these games where like you can certainly just get your own favourite way of playing, but you can just end up with all sorts of weird and wonderful combinations. I'll show you. I'll start a game and show you what it looks like, because it really is quite exceptional. Actually, we've got the smithy there now, so we can grab the. We wanted to get the sawmill next, and then we wanted to grab. Yeah, we need the smithy to get there. So the sawmill will then get us the stables. The stables require the smithy. Actually, the stables only require that. The sawmill. Actually, I'll still get the sawmill anyway, but that's okay. We've got those now actually happening. Just do a save. Save game. And I'll just go out to the menu. So the base game, the original game came out in 1995, and then this is a remake from last year, but with a whole lot of new stuff being brought in all the time. We also have, it's fairly easy to mod, and so I'm just running one mod, which is Mythical Realms, which brings in 5 new races, 42 new heroes, 28 regular heroes, and 14 champions, which is a hell of a lot. This is almost, well, this is actually probably better than what you would get from a DLC. This is a pretty amazing mod. Anyway, that's the mod that we're playing. But even without the mod, it's still pretty good. Like, I mean, it's not pretty good, it's very good with the amount of diversity you've actually got with the different factions. So if we go to new game, for example, you've got all sorts of different ways of setting it up. I won't go through all of these in detail, but if we just go continue from there, at this point you then have to select your starting wizard, and the wizard has a major bearing on what actually happens in the game. So for example, these are pre-made wizards, like we've got Merlin, who we're actually playing against on the map. What they've done recently with the game as well has to change the Merlin that we find here. And if we have a look at Merlin, in fact, with hovering, if we're selecting him, you can see that he's got like 4 life magic spell books. He's got 6 nature magic spell books and Sage Mastery. which gives him like special abilities. But in the game, they've got sort of like a bit of a randomization to these, so you don't know exactly what you're going to get. So the Merlin in the game that we're playing will not be the Merlin that's here as the default, but we can build our own wizards as well. So, and everything has a major bearing. So this one is life and nature for Merlin. For Raven, it's essentially sort of like sorcery and nature with nothing special. So it's only just magic books. For Cherie, she's a conjurer, which means she can conjure in summoned units, so she can summon a bit more easily. And she's gone 5 death, 6 chaos. So chaos is like fire magic. It's all different. Like Lopan, this chaos and sorcery. So a bit of a combination there. The channeler. So ignore spellcasting range as they do not spend any extra mana when cast, so they can cast anywhere on the map. These are all fairly important. Even things like some of the new things that have been added in, like for example, this guy here, Grendel, is has only got 2 nature. He's hardly got any magic at all. So his magic is very, very low, but he's like a veteran warlord, so he has extra, like his units are stronger. He's a troll unit, but he can control anything really. Might makes right. Mirren Refugee, which I'll explain what that is in a minute, but that one actually allows him to bring one of the stronger races across onto the main map, and Warlord. And so in this case, again, he's just getting more and more things that are against magic, is what he's sort of got through here, and more about just brute strength. So he's a good one to play early on. These ones are sort of like 9/7 is a tech master, so these have got sort of like almost the what is it, steampunk sort of style of things, alchemy as well in through there, so they can actually turn gold into mana and mana into gold much more effectively. It's all very, very different. If we go in, actually go into a custom wizard, so I'll just call this one test as an example. Just go next. So we're just using the Merlin avatar, but then you do go and you've got the combination of your life, death, chaos, nature and sorcery schools. Plus you've then got all of these different extra things that then come back in. So you essentially mix and match what you want for your playthrough. There's heaps of them. And they all do different types of things. Like Demonologist brings in some like shadow demons and stuff. Nature Summoner allows you to then bring in sort of like cheap warbears and so on and so forth in that sort of regard. There's just a lot of different things in here. Or you pick none of them and just go, okay, I'm just going to grab all sorcery. And if you do that, you end up with you end up being able to pick some very, very powerful spells. So if we went with like if I went, say for example, with all, what would be a good one to show? Probably chaos actually. Just get rid of those and just grab all the chaos. So there's no more picks available. Just go next. And so we get to choose all of, like we get everything from this common layer of the chaos spells. We get 2 choices from the uncommon, and we get 1 from the rare. And so some of these are very, very powerful. These are very, very powerful spells down through here. And we just can turn them off and then just go back in and, for example, grab a Doom Bolt, which is extremely powerful damage spell. Flame Blade, maybe we keep that one. Immolation, can turn that one off. Got Chimeras, Doom Bats, Gargoyles, Fireballs, Fire Giants. Fire Giants is something we've got on the map already, which we can't contend with that already in our current state. But that would be sort of how you would then play if you're going to be setting up where you're just going full on with a magic attack. That would be sort of how you do it. But what you often do is you don't do that. You might sort of go in with, say, like you may have sort of like four chaos, and I think if you go with chaos, can you get nature? Yeah, you can do still nature. So if we did that one there, there's still like a few picks left over for us. So if we went for something like something that you would do, wizard units are faster, so we get +1 movement. Not that we'd want that one actually. But the Conjurer maybe, to bring in some of the summons we might be able to pick up. Nature Mastery. Still got 2 more picks. Chaos Mastery. We can only get that because we had the Chaos spell books. And Archmage. If we went with just those, for example, without really going into what they actually are, we've got no more picks left. We'll just go next. See how we've only got like a handful of spells that we can start with in through here? So we'd have to pick the spells from that first list. And then we would just go next and pick 3 from that list, and then we'd be into the actual game itself. So, oh, hang on, I'll just go continue. I'll just pick any old one through here. If we pick Raven as an example and just go continue, so I'll just let them just do whatever they're going to randomly do. Then you've got the different races. So the way you set up is really, really different, like in terms of your actual leader. And then you've got the actual race selection. And these are also extremely unique. Every single one of them plays very, very differently from each other. And so it's one of these things where if you want to min-max, you can certainly think, okay, well, what's the best combination I can possibly get with the combination of spells and so on and so forth. So Mukun Ristak is saying, oh, heck, we're doing a live stream again. Yes, I can't stop myself. Actually, Team Games are saying, is this like Dominions? It's sort of, yeah, in the setup, it sort of is. It's not an auto battle, it's a turn-based combat battle. So it's close to Age of Wonders, but the setup in this is much more expanded than what Age of Wonders has got. So the actual, the choices you make are very, very wild. In this sort of instance. Now the Arcanian races start on the overmap. I might even show this one, but you've got different. Each faction does play differently. Halflings, high elves, high men, clackons, which are sort of like insectoids, lizard men, nomads, orcs. Then you've got a few that have come through. Like this one here is a one that's come through from the DLC, which is Soul Trapped, which is sort of like almost like a construct, like golems. Then these ones here have come through from the mod that we're playing, the Fallen Men, Kobolds. Oops, actually that error does, I'm going to have to restart. Mystics is sort of like an elvish type group. And then we also have on the other plane of existence, on the Mirren plane, Beastmen, Dark Elves, Draconians, Dwarves, Trolls. Goblins came in with an update to the game, I think a free update. And then we've got two more from the mod, the Atlanteans and the Voltars, which is what we're actually playing. So once we go in now, I'm going to get a crash here, so I'm just going to go back out. And this is the mod. The mod occasionally causes that issue. It happened yesterday as well. Just bear with me, I'll just go and restart the game. So... Mukun Ristak is saying, my vote is for Nomads as the general best race. It's funny because there was a real push at one point to go with Nomads as the best, and you would then choose, I forget who it was. There was Nomads were good if you chose a certain combination of your starting wizard. So but I can't remember what that actually was. I could have a look at that, but it's sort of, I think on their own they're not that great, but as long as you do the actual other setup, you're okay. Let's just load in what we were doing. So anyway, that's sort of where we actually, I'll do a new game. I'll show you what the Arcanist plane looks like. So I'll just go continue. So if the one that it was, which one was it? This one here, Jafar. Jafar comes in with alchemy. So, which allows you to then turn the mana into gold and the gold into mana, which was actually really good in combination with the other with the other benefits of the nomads. So this is sort of like one of those min-max type things. So you just go continue. Can't do much with that one. Wind Mastery, it doesn't really matter what we're doing through here so much. Aura of Majesty. Phantom Beast is a good one. Is that a combat spell? Yeah, it's a combat spell, so maybe we won't get that one. Actually, we can enchant the roads on the overmap. Flight is a good one. I'll just go that one for now. Not that I'll really worry about it too much. So with these in through here, the nomads in through here have got like a special ability. Their growth rate is slow. They can't build maritime guilds or wizard guilds. They end up with nomad cities receive a 50% trade bonus that is treated as a road gold bonus. And so they end up getting a lot more money than the others, and they've got special units in through there as well. But it's something like this where, and I haven't played this for years and years, not since the old version, but there was a way to min-max these as well. If we just go begin with these, I'll just grab myself a drink of water, be right back. But there's all sorts of different ways of playing the game. There's But yeah, the nomads were at one point considered the strongest race. Now for Arcanus, this is an amazing start. If we have a look at the actual city itself, if I just double click on it, we actually started with silver and mithril. So we've actually got mithril in the city, and that's unusual to find this on the Arcanus map. So the Arcanus map is the over map. This is like the overworld. And so this is sort of like everything is a bit weaker, a bit more benign. If I, for example, just use my settlers, and I'll just see if I can find myself a power node somewhere. I won't spend too much time with this. Actually, no, I won't bother. Anyway, this is an easier map. This is an easier plane of existence to work on. There's only two planes of existence, the Arcanus plane and the mirror plane. And the mirror plane is the one that we're playing on in our world. So if we just go back and load what we've got. So we're playing as Vortaria the Cruel, who we constructed. So we basically made this particular wizard up. So you can see it's much more drab. This is like an underworld. So we're sort of like in a hell, not a hell world, but we're in a world where there's much, like in this case, Drake Lair has got its access to, if we just go and double click that one there, this one's got access to adamantine, for example. So I think you can still technically find some adamantine on Arcanus, but you mainly find that down here in this plane. So you end up with different things like these quark crystals, which give you more magical power. So ultimately, if you can sort of get past the original part of the game, you end up with a very, very powerful faction. And the factions that start off in this plane are more hardy, typically, than the ones above. Now, down through here, we know that Merlin has made his way through this portal. If we go and have a look at the cartographer, so here, you can see that little yellow through there. That means that he has actually got there. Now, we don't know anything at all about the Arcanus plane. We know that there will be a portal here that will lead up into Merlin's territory. So Merlin on the Arcanus plane will end up with a whole lot of cities back up this other side. And so we want to come down and try to sort of dominate this and block that off if we can. You can see there's a few other portals in through this other side as well. There's a few nodes of power, and I need to find more of these. We've got heaps of them down in here, so I want to be claiming these. So this becomes much more important for me to then go and grab. Okay, so I'll just read some of the comments there. Judge Dredd is saying looks very interesting, very complex. It's one of these games that's easy to play and difficult to master. So it's one of those ones that you start with who you start at. Doesn't really matter which one you go with. They're all got different pros and cons, the different factions, and even just the different ways of with the magic of playing them as well. It's not as onerous as something like Dominions, where it will crush you if you don't know what you're doing. This one you can certainly sort of you can muddle your way through essentially and do okay in the game. Whereas so this one, there is a level that it gets to, but it is quite hard, and so it's a matter of then trying to combine your forces against whatever they're bringing. So it's very rewarding to play, but it's not difficult to play. There is a min-max aspect to it if you want to play it that way. I don't like playing that way, so I tend to sort of do more where I don't go that way. Anyway, let's just leave that one where that is. So we'll move our armies. This one here is just a... the different units have got different abilities. This one's a floating unit that ultimately is mainly used to take over power nodes. Okay, so its main job will be to come and take these sorts of power nodes. Now, I can now start to move into this power node in here. I almost want to see where Merlin is first, though. Like, he's probably got a unit on there, I would guess. I'm bringing this one down so that we can claim these power nodes. If we want to see what we do know about Merlin, so this is our wizard information for who we are. We've only got the one hero at this stage. So we went with 2 nature and the rest at like 6 sorcery. So we're mainly doing sorcery with just a shade of nature to what we're doing. And we went with conjurer, which means we can summon in a bit more easily. Mirren, so we start on the Mirren plane. sorcery mastery, so we end up with being able to do more with this, and fantastic warlord, which means that the summons creatures that come in are stronger than the normal ones. So that's where we are there. We'll just close that one off. If we go to diplomacy, there's Merlin down that way. Actually, if I just end the conversation, actually, if we go and have a talk with him, if we go to trade, we get a bit of a feel for what he's got and what he would be willing to trade. Now, we've got a fair few. We've done very, very well with our magic. Just looking at this, we've got about the same level of gold and mana. He does have sprites, which is something I really wanted badly. But I don't really want to be trading for that. I've been trying to get hold of these, but I don't really need them anymore now that I've got the Draconians. Stone Skin would be good. Water Walking and Sword of Defense, so I don't really need that either. I'm just going to cancel that one. End the conversation we can. If we right click on him, yeah, this brings up his details. So he's got Brax to Dwarf. We were offered Brax initially and we didn't choose him. He does have a lot more wealth than us. He's got fame. We don't have any fame at this stage. Now he's lawful and neutral. That means that he's going to play by the rules. He did come in with the life and nature, but slightly different. I think it was 4 nature, and he's got sage mastery and alacrity. It's faster than. Okay, so this is one that, see how it's been mixed up a little bit from what the default was. So we'll just close that one off. Anyway, we'll be wanting to dominate this area at the south. Bring this Tempest down. Sorry, I'm forgetting to read the comments. So yeah, Mook and Ristak are saying, but the races that get poker, I'm not sure what that is, per population, are pretty overpowered. Power per population. Yes, that's true. Power per population. So I forget which factions get that. I think the Dark Elves and the Elves, I think, do. So every faction has got like its pluses and minuses. Probably the Clacons are ones that I tend to avoid. I don't tend to like them. So Muzzle Paint saying, I'm confused. You rated Age of Wonders 4 higher than this, but in the last 2 streams you seem to prefer this over Age of Wonders 4. I'm torn as to which to pick up. do you not have either game? So sorry, do not have either game. All right. In that case, the reason. Whenever I'm trying to give the feed, I know I've got a big bias towards Age of Wonders. Like I know that, so I rely heavily on what people tell me, like from the like you guys, and so a lot of people have told me that they don't like Age of Wonders. I love it, I absolutely love it. I love it more than this game. So for me, for my personal preferences, my Age of Wonders, I've played the Age of Wonders series ever since they first came out. I've played it religiously. It's been my most played game year after year after year for the last 20 odd years. So I love Age of Wonders. Yeah, so for me, it's just a go-to game. But you know, when you look at it, sort of like Age of Wonders has got a much better user interface, a much better user experience. It's got brighter, shinier, more in-depth units in it. It does have diversity, but there's nowhere near the difference in what you can actually set up in Age of Wonders. It's nowhere near as unbalanced as this game can get, which I like unbalanced. So that for me, that's a positive for Master of Magic. Some people prefer it to be very, very balanced, but I don't. Age of Wonders is a very, very special game. Like it's a great, great game, but people have told me that they get bored with it after 1 or 2 run-throughs of it. And so I take that on board. I don't, but some people do. So if I was recommending one of the 2 games, it really is a 50-50 toss-up based on the feedback that I get from other people. If it was just my own personal preference, I'd probably just say Age of Wonders over Master of Magic. But whenever I play Master of Magic, I'm always blown away just by how different it is every single time you play it. So it's good fun to actually get into it. Better colour palettes, things like that. It certainly is. And yeah, Mukun Ristak is saying user interface is definitely Master of Magic's failure. Absolutely, it is. And so with those sort of things in mind, it's sort of yeah. So like, I love the game. I love what the game does. I think this game is going to get better and better as well in the coming years. Like, as long as people actually play it. So if it gets the support, I think it'll just keep on its development. And it's I love where it's heading. So yeah, they're both great games. What did we get up to there? Yeah, so in terms of really recommending one above the other, I really can't. It's one of these things where, like, you know, from my own personal preference, I'd say Age of Wonders, but from what people, like, just taking the weight of what people say about it. And even when I did the Game of the Year, there was a lot of people feel very strongly about that Age of Wonders shouldn't really rate as highly as what I do rate it. So I take those sorts of things on board, you know, like, because that means that people are seeing things or having a different experience than what I'm having with it. Okay, Judge Dredd was saying, thanks for going to depth. Was wondering if I should buy it or not. It's a great game. Look, it is one of the great games, and it will just keep on getting better and better. So so rest assured, it's you know, the user interface issues. Now, having said that, some people really don't like the drabness of the mirror plane. That's not going to change. So that's the mirror plane is the mirror plane. I did want to show Arcanus though, because Arcanus is quite bright and lively. But when you're playing in the mirror plane, it is a drab setting. But when you get up onto the overworld, it's actually quite nice and lively. So don't judge it on the mirror plane in terms of the drabness of it. But the overall user experience is not as sharp or not as polished as Age of Wonders. Yep. So Bud was in. Yeah. So Master Magic versus Age of Wonders. Any opinions? So we've just done that one. Mukun Ristak is saying, man in a pinch if you have no other choice. Yeah. Can you build massive armies? A bit like Age of Wonders, they're limited with the to 9 units per army, but yes, you can. They don't, like in Age of Wonders, they pick up the strongest armies within a 3 hex radius of where a battle's going to be. In this case, it is just the one stack that you then have going in. So ultimately, it gets to a point where you may end up with one unit that is so powerful he can take out any stack in the game, and that's one of the negatives I find with the game. There is a possibility to get to a point where one hero is just absolutely unstoppable, and that then becomes a problem. But I don't think they'll ever solve that one. That relies on the skill of the player against that particular unit to be able to find a way to kill it. And I'm not good enough at the game to be able to do that. So whenever that comes up, I tend to rage quit. But I do have some things I do want to try if that does happen. That's why I'm building the Halberdiers at the top with this particular faction. If we do come across one of them in Merlin's army, then that's going to be an issue for us. And they tend to appear around about turn 100 to 150 if there's going to be one of them that we're going to have to contend with. Okay, so yeah, Mukun Ristak is saying, I feel like Fantastic Warlord might be a bit of a noob trap since most Fantastic units are single units. They are single units, but what they do is it just gives them that little bit more power. So I've been relying on that to expand. So the army that I have over here with the hero in it is full of Nagas, which are fantastic units. So if I click on these, so I've got fantastic unit back and through there. Because it's a fantastic unit, these don't level up. This is one of the negatives of it. But the fantastic warlord that comes into here, for example, is now if I could have got hold of the sprites, if I had have gotten those, they would have had a much stronger ranged attack as well. So this is one of these things where the Fantastic Warlord gives me the extra damage, the protection, the resistance. And so I've got 12 hit points in total, 2 figures times the 6. So for me, it's worth it, like to grab that one. But my plan was to have sprites and have the extra abilities on the sprites. That didn't happen. And I no longer need it. I no longer need the sprites. I'm going to split these up, actually, these forces in the next turn. We need to do some discovery of what's in this little area. bring this one back across. These can go across the water. Now that that guy's out of where everyone else is, they can just go off and do their own thing a little bit. So I'm going to split these up because I've now got the Tempest going down towards the main area. So I'll just use these to sort of scout out this this next range. Because he can't go on the water. Now this one's still building the road. And because we're in the Mirren plane, these are enchanted roads. So these are sort of like magical roads that allow you to almost go anywhere. So I can go with this unit, which can normally only move 2, can go all the way down to here now. So I'll bring that one down. So we need to start to build up another group back down in the south. Now we do actually have I've got a couple of cavalry, which I wouldn't mind bringing down as well, but I'll let that one go for now. Actually, we do have the temple that was built at Drakelair. This has now gotten all of the rebels out of here. Engineers are coming in 5 turns. So what do we want from these guys? Now what we do want to do is we want to start to get the Foresters Guild is going to give us extra food. That's actually fairly useful usually. The library, because we've got adamantine here, I want to now get the units from here, I want them to be adamantine fueled units. So we want to start to head that way. So if we go to the build cube, what we need to have is the Builders Hall that allows the Sages Guild. So if we just go to the Sages Guild. Yes, we need the Builders Hall there. Actually, where was it? Sorry. Hall. Oh, library. Sorry, the library allows that one there. So we want to get the library in next. The Foresters Guild will give me extra food, which is important, and also improve my production, which would be great. We don't need that one so much just yet. In terms of the other units we actually have, we've already got access to the bowmen because we wanted to get those so we could you know, sort of bring things out. I've got Draconian Magicians, Doom Drakes. Once I get the adamantine basic units, I'm just going to pump out bowmen from here, I think, because they'll be very, very strong with the adamantine archery. So we'll let them continue. Just close those. We don't actually have archers with our normal faction. We'll go to troll spearmen. We've got 1 of them. We need 2 of them to reduce the rebels. In fact, we ultimately need about 4 of them. I'm not going to rush these units as such, so the trolls regenerate in combat, so they're quite unique. Just leave that one where that is. Now we'll yeah, we're not seeing anything in there. I'll just wait while we're in here. We're not seeing Merlin anywhere down in here at this stage. He does control this, but hopefully he hasn't put anyone on this one. If he hasn't, then we'll just come and claim it. Typically they'll leave 1 person here as a guard, which means you have to go to war with them to stop them from using the portal. Move this one down as well. Out and around. You can get across the water now. Yep, too strong. These don't have very good vision. Just keep on moving this one across. This map flips from east to west as well. Where are we going with this? I'll just read a few more of the comments. Actually, Lunas was saying, I love Age of Wonders 4, but you're spot on about the replay value. I still find that I just love playing it. Yeah, much better colour palette for Age of Wonders. Yeah, it's a energising game to play. And yeah, and we've done Mook and Rack. So Skettic is saying hi Daz and gang, so hi back. Mukun Restak is in saying, consider that a plus. Like total pimping your hero is part of the game. It is, it is. I don't like it, but it is part of the game, and it was part of the original game, so I'm not going to get my way with that one. So I'd even call having an overpowered hero a win condition. Yeah, that's true. It's true for once people start min-maxing. I don't know if we'll come across one of the heroes, because we are playing on a harder mode, and so it will. The heroes that come can end up being really, really overpowered very, very quickly. So you're saying it's not so bad having an overpowered hero yourself, it just sucks having to fight one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's the thing, we have to find a way to break through the enemy heroes. I think I've got away with the adamantine powered halberdiers though. So that's sort of what we'll aim to be bringing in. Ah, they weren't there. Great. So we can now flip. If we go to P, I can now flick to the Arcanus plane. So we've now come across. Okay, we're in the middle of a bit of an area where there's Merlin has got like a city in through here, Esterwood. We don't know anything at all about Esterwood, and then we've got Salamanders back over through here, which is Kali is the hero, in control of the wizard, in control of this group. And you can see there's like another undead, is it? No, Mystic Spearman. Okay, so she's using one of the other new factions that have come through as well. These are the Mystics. So she's picked up just randomly one of the factions from the mod. So Mystic Elves hailing from another world while striving to expand their knowledge of mystical forces, they've become extremely entwined with magic, making it their religion. Their explorations in other realms are often peaceful, but occasionally hostile forces. Yeah. So anyway, these ones here, they've gone up a level, which gives them the extra melee attack and the extra resistance. 8 characters, 1 hit point. So not too dissimilar to what we actually have for our spearmen. So they've just got their spearmen wandering around. So Callie must be using those, or she's come across a city of those. I can't really tell from here. Yeah, these are orcs. And that's orcs. No, that's lizard men. So she's got a bit of everything. Okay. I don't know how she got all of those. What's this one? That's high elves. So Merlin may be a high elf guy. And just based on the size of this hero, sorry, this city here, I'm thinking that Kali might be lizard men. So that's probably what they actually are. Alright, well, we will be wanting to block this off, and we do that with just by placing a single unit in there. They've got like a lot of naval forces. There's a sprite in through there as well. So you can see the Arcanus plane is much more lively than the drab old Mirren plane. So that's the portal. I'm just going to stay in the portal, I think. Actually, no, look, I will... we'll come across and we'll just start to whittle away at these. Now these I can't contend with, so that's a no-go zone for me. The air elementals, so it's going to be too hard. We need these are illusory, and so they actually have an ability where they get invisibility. There we surrounds a chosen ally in strong, and it's flying, so it means it can attack my flying units, and it's a little bit powerful. So that's not going to do us any good. The Tempests might be able to compete with those. Might be able to. But anyway, let's not engage with those. I need to bring some of these basic units down just to deal with them. So we've got our Tempest in here. What do we have in there? Yeah, that was too strong. Move the armies. This is a sort of stack that I want to be bringing down. It's going to be 14 turns to bring these spearmen down. So these are our adamantine powered spearmen. It's going to take a long time. Kali is ruthless, so she will be aggressive, I think. I'm Kali. I see you now, so heed my gaze, for I suffer no fools at my door. Let's just see if she does. Yeah, she's got a lot more stuff than what the other one had. She's got sprites as well. What's this one here? Yeah, +3 armor bonus, +1 armor bonus, so +4, and plus bless and resistance for 850. Oh boy, what do we have there? We've got Petrify. Let's counter magic. I actually really want this badly. And what's this one do? Armor, resistance, +1 movement, and a large shield. Yeah, not so much those. But that one I really do want a hell of a lot. So I'm going to, whatever it's going to take here, so I think we're going to go and sell them counter magic, and we'll just make up the rest of it with money, with gold. 72. Okay, so that will confirm that one. So that's good. We'll end the conversation. I want to do that before we get anything else too much. Now we've just done some more research. So disenchantment true has now come back through, and so we'll give that weaponry or that armor across. Now we're seeing a big army there. Actually, I might have a look to see if they're at war with each other at this stage. If they are, that's good for us. We've actually had this whole plane to ourselves. Yeah, let me have a look. What was I going to do? I want to bring that one across to there for a second. The hero, where is he? So I'm just going to go across to his equipment. And so the only piece of equipment now we have is this chainmail. So I'm just going to place that in my armor slot. That will then give him a lot of abilities now. So his armor has just gone up to 10, and his resistance has gone up as well. Plus he now has Bless, which will give him adds 3 to the target resistance unit's resistance and armor against all chaos and death spells or normal monster attacks. So it makes him very, very strong with what we actually have through here. We had resist elements, which we cast on him as well. Bless is different again, so I think I'll just keep it with the way I've got it here. So he's becoming more and more powerful, and this is a sort of thing where we want our own powerful heroes, but we don't want the enemy to have powerful heroes if we can help it. Now to get across there, it's it basically goes up to the top there. Yep, so we'll just do this one. Yep, that one's still full of warbears. Bring these Nagas through the ocean. Now I've got to pick research. So word of recall. Yeah, it's not bad, that one. I think I'll just go to spell magic. We'll just get some of the basic ones. We are still looking for the basic nature spells. We haven't had too many of those. Not too much. Too much there as well. Now where did we get up to? Yeah, no, that's okay. We're up to date with the chat. So current hold is now, the smithy is now being created. Now again, we're looking here to pick up, if we go back into our build queue, what we want is the halberdiers, because what we're going to get with the adamantine weaponry, these guys are going to cost me 2 gold per stack, but they're going to be doing 6 melee damage, but along with the armor piercing. So armor piercing halves the effectiveness of the defender's armor rating. So if we come up against a heavily armored hero, like Brax, for example, in fact we should look at what Carly's got, then these guys will be able to smack their way through as long as we've got enough of them. They're cheap enough to be able to get fairly fast, so we'll start to pump out like a stack of these, just so we've got them floating around. That's only going to be like a stack of, say, 8 of them, along with the hero. So 8 would be 16 gold upkeep. We've got 28 gold up that's coming in at the moment. We can improve that by building things like marketplaces. but I want to focus this one on getting these units. So to get that one, we require the armory. We now have the armory available because of what we just unlocked. So we now the armory required the smithy, which we just got before. So I now move that one back across there. That will then open up the halberdiers. The cavalry we want to have the stables for. The stables are up there as well. So I'm going to grab those. We don't need this one for that. So let's just get rid of that one. So pretty sure that's all we require. Yeah, we've got the barracks, stables, then we can get the cavalry. And again, they're going to have 6 damage there with the armor piercing. And they have first strike as well. So that may help a lot with those units. So they're the sorts of units we want to be building with the adamantine. We'll close that one off. Move the armies. I'm just going to go and press F5 and just do a quick save while we're here. Let's see what's in here. Now, this is an interesting one for us because we're going to lose it, it's saying, but that's because if the AI was playing, it would fight to the death. We don't have to do that. Now, having said that, I still have to fight melee. So I'm going to wait. I'm just going to ignore that one and bring the others back up. And what I want to do here is bring this one down, ultimately. I want to stop them from getting through that portal. So I'm going to leave one of these behind. And just lock it in there. That leaves me with just 3 here. Bring the Tempest in there next turn, and then we can start to attack this. We're going to have a look at Kali, won't we? Now that's Brax, the hero, wandering off. She didn't have any heroes. This is interesting. Okay, so no heroes for her. He's only got Brax. Okay, we're doing okay here in that case. Actually, can we see much about Brax? No, we can't at this stage. If I go back up to the Arcanist plane though, just go back down to where we are here, just press the P again, and have a look at Brax. Yeah, so he's only level 1, he's only a Myrmidon back in through here, so he's got a little bit of a bonus at this stage, but he's going to start to ramp up. So he's already got 8 armor, 12 in through there. We don't know what equipment he's actually got, but he's got +2 combat bonus, +1 as well, +1 resistance. He does do stoning. So stoning touch makes all enemy figures in the unit resist at 1 resistance per level of skill, or be turned to stone and die. Stone damage is irreversible. You cannot. This is really, really powerful. Death. Victims of death weapons must save at -3 resistance or die. So he's got some special equipment here that's making him really quite powerful already. So he's going to be a handful very, very quickly if he gets up to the high levels. Draconian Spearman. Yep, they've leveled up. That's nothing. And we'll finish the next Tempest. And we're going with the Armory next. Let's have a look and see what else we want to get. So I do want to end up getting the Evokers. The Evokers require the Wizard's Guild. The Wizard's Guild is way down over here. And the Wizard's Guild requires the Alchemist Guild and the University. It's the Merchant's Guild, we don't need that one. University requires the Sage's Guild, and the Alchemist Guild requires the Sage's Guild. So I think we'll start to head that way. We don't actually have, we've only got Mithril here, we don't have Adamantine, so I don't really want to focus too much on getting things for the Adamantine. There's a Sage's Guild there, we can get that one straight away. So let's go and start going for the Evokers. So we can sort of get something that's going to be a bit more helpful. this unit here as well. Bring it down to deal with the others. Here it comes. Just cross across the other side of the map and just have a bit of a look over there as well in this landmass. Bring those together. Now we've got 3 turns to basically wipe this thing out. So the F5 again, because I haven't used a Tempest before. So command personally. So we've got like a lot of Nagas and a lot of these Phantom Warriors as well. So what I want to do is I want to use the Tempest to take on the Nagas once they've been reduced to half. But we also want to get rid of the other little units as well. I think these are poison resistant. Yeah, poison immunity. So that means that the Nagas aren't going to be very effective against this particular unit. I think I want to weaken these before we go in with this unit. There we go. So it's gotten rid of one of them. And then with the Tempest, we'll now just attack it and just see what we end up getting. So if we're trying to evaluate whether this is worthwhile doing, if we have a look at, we'll have a look at the Naga to start with. And so the Naga has only got 1 figure left now, which means that if it had 2, it would multiply everything by 2. So with the melee attack, so you can sort of see there, represents the success chance of a single melee attack roll. So that 40% of its hits are going to go through. So 40% means maybe 2 or 3 will actually should be a hit. It can't do more than 6 damage, which is why it's now safe for me to risk it. Because it still could have all 6 hit. Like it could just keep on rolling, under the 40% and getting all 6 to actually hit. But on odds, we're looking at around about 2.5, so about 2 or 3 is what we'd expect to come through, but we can't rely on that. So and then if when we hit it, it has an armor of 5, and so this represents the number of defense rolls each figure performs during a single defense action. So defense rolls are performed to reduce damage from melee and ranged attacks, as well as some offensive spells. And so these means that there's, for each of the 5 rolls it's going to have, there's a 30% chance it's going to be able to defend against damage that we're doing. So that's fairly high. And they've got high resistance as well against magic. So they've got the resistance. So resistance represents the ability to withstand ill effects of enemy attacks and spells. Each point increases the chance to resist such effects by 10%. Now this is where it can get, like, it's got 90% through there. There's so there's a lot of resistance on this particular unit. So we may not do much magical damage on this one. We'll see how we go. I don't really fully understand how this one actually does apply. Also, some of the heroes that you end up finding might have like 350%, which is just crazy. So that's really what we're dealing with in through there. The poison attack is something that gets applied in the attack. That doesn't apply against us because we've got immunity. They do have first strike, so first strike allows a unit to deal its damage before hand-to-hand attacks, but after breath, thrown, and gaze attacks. So this one, I don't think that one works if they're defending. I think it's only if they're attacking that they get that one. They do have enchanted weapons, so it's a magical attack. So this one here allows units to hit creatures which have got weapon immunity. We don't have, this doesn't affect us. So that's really what we're dealing with. They have this sorcery node unit bonus of +2 to melee and armor, which is what we're seeing through here, and resistance. So that's really what we're dealing with that one through there, is like a potential 6, but typically about 2 getting through, that we then have to deal with our armor. So if we have a look at the Tempest and see what it's got, only 1 figure, but 10 hit points. So even if all 6 got through, we'd still have 4 hit points left over. So we're safe as long as we've got more than 6 hit points. We're safe against that one. We only have 5 melee attack at 30%. We don't have a magical attack in through here. So that one is just going to be like 30% of those will get through, which means 1 or 2 will actually do the damage. So not that many. Our armor though is very, very strong at 7. So we've actually got, like, for the attacks that come back against us, we've got a lot of rolls where we can sort of hopefully roll under 30% to then sort of get rid of any damage that comes back our way. Our resistance is also 9. We have a few special abilities though, and one of them is armor piercing. So armor piercing halves the effectiveness of the defender's armor rating. So they had an armor rating of 5. That means it's basically an armor rating of 3, I guess. So they've only got 3 rolls, not 5 rolls. We also have a lightning breath attack. So lightning breath allows the attacking unit to breathe in an armor-piercing blast of lightning before entering hand-to-hand combat. So this one should be fairly effective actually, and we can also stun it so that the target's melee roll will, on a failed resistance roll, which is unlikely, the target enemy unit's melee and ranged attacks are half for 1 turn. So that will then mean that they're it could weaken it, but I don't think so. Not with 9 resistance. It's going to be difficult with that one through there. And that's pretty much all we have to really deal with. Actually, that one's got stoning immunity, so this one would be good up against that other hero. So that's something we should keep in mind. So in this case, we're safe enough for these first attacks. So let's just go and do it. So you saw there, we took 2 damage, they took 2 damage. So if we have a look at the log file, the Tempest. So there's 2 phases that occurred. In the first phase, our lightning breath 4, one of those got through the resistance, but it then managed to mitigate that, so no damage was received through lightning. And then we have played out simultaneous, is that we ended up with the we've got the melee. We did 3 damage from the 5 that we had. 2 of it got through and did the 2 damage. They did 3 as well, and we received 2 from that one. We tried to stun it, that didn't work. The poison tried to get through, the poison 4. It would have done 4 damage worth of poison, but we're immune to poison, so we received 0. So we didn't stun it, we didn't get poisoned. It was a bit of a minimal attack. Let's just do it again. That was better. So in this case, they suffered 2, we suffered none. And so we have a bit of a look through there. Again, first phase, there was 1 damage, but didn't get through their resistance. Then we've got the melee attacks. We did 3, 2 of those got through. They tried to attack, 2 of their 6 got through, but we managed to defend against all of those. Stun didn't work and poison didn't work, and that's all we can do with that particular unit. So we'll end our turn there. And we're taking a bit of damage here, so we'll probably have to come back into this one a few times. Let's just get rid of some of these units. Okay, nothing happened to either one. We took no damage, but we did kill off that unit. So we're now down to 7. So we've got 7 hit points, I think. Yeah, 7 out of 10. So we can still safely attack these other units, like as long as there's only one of them in the group. I'll just clean these out though first. I prefer not to have too many that I need to heal up. Otherwise, I'm going to be sort of out of action for a long time. So I think I'll stop attacking with their Tempest now. And we'll leave that one where that is. So 5 damage there. I'm not breaking through here at all. Yep, we're not getting through this one. And our turn there. I don't want this one to have to heal up too much and be out of action for too long. I'm not going to send it into these fights just yet. Okay, one more round. Wow, we didn't do much damage in here. Now we're out of ammo, so we'll just move out of the fight. The tactical combat in Age of Wonders is way better than Master of Magic. That's actually another difference. Like, it is exponentially better. Beginning to turn that one off. Just to move those a little bit faster. Okay, we got rid of 3.5 basically. We want this one to level up. That will give it even more abilities. So we'll just keep on going in. Speed up these combats a bit more. Wow, no damage at all. Oh, there we go. Got a little bit. There we go, starting to do it now. more than half. Okay, I'm going to move these in now and work on the next one. Lost 2 there, not good. It's not good. So we're down to 5 now. I've got 2 more shots here. We don't have stone skin, do we? Yeah, I need something like stone skin to be able to work more effectively. Yep, I won't worry about those. Well, that's pretty much everything we can do this phase. Okay, we've gone up a little bit more in here, so the next level up, but we don't pick up much else. The Tempest is starting to pick up some experience, which is good. So I want him to continue to keep on getting that. So we've got one more this round. These are stronger than the normal ones because of the sorcery node that we're in. We're making headway now. We're not making, there we go, finally got that one. 2 more arrows left. Last one. That's what we can do. Again, user interface would be good if it had a setting to just basically sort of wind down the clock. So if I have to do this, when you've got this sort of situation, you really can't afford to do anything other than wind down the clock with flying units. Okay, 4 XP there, that's good. And they've leveled up to veteran now. So they're getting just the extra resistance with veterancy. Didn't see that. There's no treaties anywhere. Okay, this one's now gone up a level. So we end up with 1 extra melee, 1 extra resistance. They've leveled up as well, that's good. Leave that one behind. Now the Tempest is got 6, so he got 1 point back that turn. I'm not going to put him in the attack, but I'll still keep him in the attack, so going back in. So it's only 2 units left. Good. That's good. We've got about half the arrows left. Once we can get the adamantine powered archers, that's going to make a big difference as well. Oh. Jeez. I'm out already. Damn it. Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, that's the risk. We nearly lost the whole stack because I rushed in without. I lost concentration. It's not good. Back in again. I just don't trust the AI to manage it properly. I've only got one unit left in that stack, so going to do a lot less damage. Oh, we did 1 point, surprisingly. Okay, let's got that one. We've got the Sword of Stoning. Okay, here we go. So +1 armor bonus, and we've got Stoning as well. Great. Okay, that's good. And we did learn the word of recall. That was a good one. So we go back to our other hero. Bowman has leveled up. They've it's fine. Meld with that node, gives us more power. Yeah, we do want to just change what he's got. Put that in that slot. That gives him now stoning as well, but only for melee. Hang on, no. Stoning touch makes all enemy figures, resist. Turn to stone. Stone damage is irreversible. This, it's hand to hand. Hand to hand, but everything is sort of leveling up quite nicely for him. He's sort of ending up looking to be quite a handy hero. Turn there. He's just got to heal up a bit. We don't know what's in there either. Typically the Chaos ones will have things that can target the flying units. This one's not too bad. Yeah, this one's an easy one for us. This one can't actually attack. This was a Chaos unit that can't attack flying units. This one should be easier for us because it doesn't have the same protections as the other one. You can see we already got down to half of its damage. These are a bit glass cannonish. Very strong with their attacks, but not really able to protect itself all that well. Great, we've got engineers from in here now. Library is coming, which is actually okay. Library is then going to give us the this one here will then give us the Sage's Hut, which is what we want next. Now we're going to be building a road that extends through here. So let's build the road up this way. If I build it across that way, that's going to, yeah, that one should still be okay. Few chaos nodes at the bottom there. Another one of these as well. So easy to deal with this one. You know, I should actually wait until the hero's down this way, but it's just a little bit too far away. Gone. Nothing tricky that we picked up from there. Actually, I meant to check the adamantine halberdiers at the top to see how far off we are with those. Those engineers are finished there. We need to bring this engineer group down this way. We need to connect these cities up. It would be good to connect the city up with the top one as well. I can need one more turn with the armory. That's okay. A little bit slow. Yes, we're doing the armory there as well. There's another one that we want to start, maybe even getting another Tempest out. It's 4 gold. We certainly can afford it. Or do we go with something different? We start. Actually, we've got the Alchemist Guild right there. Let's go and do that. It's going to take 9 turns for that one. These are all doable. much in there, just a bit of gold. Need to get more settlers. With so much mana, I'm thinking of maybe making a special item. Chart item, let's do this one. So we've got different things we can do through here. I'm happy enough with the sword and the armor that we've got on our hero. So let's just go back and have a look at the hero. Where is he? There he is. You can wear a ring, like you can wear, may hold jewellery, a cloak, a helm, a gauntlet or an orb. So basically it's a miscellaneous item essentially. So that's what he's got left over. Do these move into there? Yeah, so we can... World favourites, yeah, I'll start to put this one into here. We're going to be casting that one a bit. And combat spells, I could actually put some of the combat spells into here as well, but I think I'll just leave them. The actually, did we get the beasts? No, we didn't. Oh, hang on, no. If we go to summoning spells, other spells, that's unit spells. No, that's okay. Yeah, no, I don't have it. Okay, that's interesting. I thought I had the beast, the phantom beasts. Anyway, we're going to go this way. Enchant item cast. So the things we can actually put on him are miscellaneous. Yeah, that's pretty much it actually. So just these are ornaments. Now these will change what we can do with the bonuses as well, I think, as we come through the different types. Actually, no, it's not. Is it changing? Not really. Let's just go with one of these. Now, flight would be really, really useful. It's going to cost me 250. So flight would be awesome. Plus 2 melee and range attack bonuses. Yeah, so it's going to let the spells go through a bit more. Not that we need to worry about that one. Resistances, maybe. Movement. Armor, again, is often such an important one. Plus 2 melee and range attack. If we went that way, it's 450. We can sort of combine them together. That's 650. It's 450 with the 2 armor. 650 with the movement, 650 with that, 850. Not sure how long that would take to build. We have enough mana to do it. I think we'll give this one a go. Just see what we end up getting, because this would actually really make him super powerful. Let's confirm that one. We've already got resist elements on him. Yeah, 5 powers. Yeah, okay. So we can't do that one. That's fine. We'll confirm that. 18 turns. That's not bad. So that's going to then chew through our what we actually have in through here. So that will make him extremely powerful. Here we go. Another gate. And just some zombies that are there, but this is independent, so we will not engage that one. Draconian Bowmen have leveled up. It's fine. Armory at current hold. This is our important city. Stables are coming, but we want to now go and build the halberdiers. So they'll come next. And Foresters Guild is now being built, but we don't want that one, we want the Sages Guild instead. Just so we can get the Adamantine Draconians as well. Troll Spearman, that reduces one of those. Builder's Hall is now coming in 9 turns. I'll just queue that one up, but we want to get the granary, we want to get the a few of the other things as well in through there. It's going to take a long time before anything actually happens through there. Two fairies. Now, these will do some damage to us. So I prefer not to go in. I'm not going to engage this. It's funny how these sprites, they really can be troublesome. Let's not engage. If I went in with the 2 Tempests, that may be different. Yeah, you can see there, against the 2 Tempests, they're not going to be able to compete. So let's do that. It was just the it was just bringing those archers in was the problem. They are causing damage. We've got incredible movement. Leave this one out of the fight. They're still getting through, doing what they have to do. Anyway, we took a lot of damage, but we did actually win that one. Accept that one. Sonic Blast. Okay, so SuperDoggy99 saying I play this more than Age of Wonders these days. So there's just something about the elegantly simplicity of Master of Magic. It's deeper than people realise. I've been rereading the Primus Strat Guide from 1995. Wow, 180 pages. Was it that big? Those guides did so much for gaming back in the day. Like they're astoundingly good, aren't they? Like even now, they're still so good. Just the way that they were done. Now, summon hero. We need that. So we need to get more heroes. Bring that one through. This one has to heal up again. Okay, so attracted by your strong magic energy, a mischievous pixie has taken up residence in one of your cities. These tricksters are known to be fickle and if not treated well. So let them be, accept, or consider your choices if there are any. So the choices are: leave it be, kill it before it does its trickery, give it food, so 3 food for the duration, so it may bring you some luck. Offer it 2 pieces of food per day forever, if it stays and plays nice. Let's do that, I guess. That's at current hold. Yeah, that'll do. So down to 0 food, but that's okay. Okay, we're getting close to this one here now. So we're wanting this one to start to come into the actual combat, or into the is this particular group. Did we have a look in here before? No, we didn't. It's only that Basilisk is going to be the problem here. Yeah, better sort of save the money up for when we really need stuff. It's taken a long time to get down here. We do need these magical roads to open it up. We do need to get some other settlers down here as well. Some of my smaller cities, I really should focus a bit more on getting them to fix things up for me. There's nothing much down that way. There we go, got another one over the other side. That one, I'm going to wait for the hero to come down and then we'll sort of use them together. We might just double check how we're going with everything else. Like those halberdiers, for example, in the north. Yeah, so we're getting settlers from here in 20 turns. We'll have a look at a few of the other places as well, like Lightning. Won't get them from there. Deathmuck we won't worry about. This one here, I think I'll buy that one outright, just to push it along a bit. Now Thunder Mist is still sort of, we're moving things up and through here, but this is another one where we could easily get settlers. Current hold, we want to be focusing on these. Then Skygate, yeah, Builders Hall. Just pump some settlers back into there as well. Yep, that's fine. Where that is. That's it, I think. Yep, then we're back to Shock Lock again. So we'll just close that one off. we're going to be able to leave these guys in place over here. I might as well go back up, I guess, and leave this as part of this all this one big army. Okay, so we've got the engineers now built there. We want to now start to bring them to build the road pretty much through there. Aha, so we've got, this is actually just a random group that's now come back out. So they've spawned out of here. So we'll recombine these. That one. That one should be going up to one of the cities, I would think, to like Drake-Lair. Now inside here, the basilisk. The basilisk is the problem. Let's just move across to some of these others. We'll just check these out and then we'll come back across. Sage's Guild at Drake-Lair. We want to get the Alchemist Guild. It's become quite a good city actually. We do have one more problem here. That will require the Parthenon, which is too expensive for us, so we're going to need to get a couple more spearmen. Maybe even get them first. Just to act as garrison, just to get rid of the rebels. Yeah, we can get them pretty quickly. Good. Okay, now, I'd be interested in obtaining mana. Would you like to trade, my friend? Let's see if we can accommodate your request. What else do you have? Ice Bolt for 2,000. That's a bit too much for us. Giant Strength. The Stone Skin is something that we are interested in. Only increase the armor by +1 though. Let's change terrain. Let's go for this. Web is something we do want to be avoiding with what we're doing, so let's have a quick look and see what we can do to match it. Yeah, so it's going to be 800. Let's give, say, 400. And then 495. Yep, okay, we'll confirm that. So because we've been able to block them off, we haven't needed to really do anything. Move that one up. And okay, nothing much there. This is one that we can definitely deal with this army. Okay, spearmen have leveled up, that's fine. Now we're going negative food, so we're going to have to change this a little bit. Yeah, these are coming in 5, that's okay, we've got another one there. Oops, another one coming in one more turn, that's going to be good, that'll just get rid of that rebel. And that's all we need to do at this stage. Oh, that's right, we have to change the food. I'll leave that one there. So Bud Keegan saying, Das Tactic, where are you at? I'm in Newcastle. I'm on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. So, yes, it's really bad weather here. I don't know what's like at Newcastle. It's a fair way down the coast. So, yeah, but we've had rain here all day. They expect the total rainfall after today will be like 150 millimetres or something. So, quite a lot. Superdog, you're saying the official strategy guide is an incredible book. So many great design insights. It covers every system in the game individually and then brings them together to show how things are supposed to work. It is amazing, actually. I do remember those. I don't think I've got any. I used to have them, but I actually don't think I've got any. Yeah, Superdog is then saying the sections on town management, taxes, and urban planning are crazy detailed. Yeah, and Bud's then saying, Super D, where can I find this guide? Yeah, well, I guess you'd be able to find them, the PDFs of them nowadays, but yeah, they were great books. Yeah, Bud's in sort of saying, nice country, Newcastle is sunny. I think lucky you. So if you're watching from other countries, Newcastle is in New South Wales, which is probably must be maybe sort of like 600, 700 kilometres south of where I am, I guess. But we've had rain all day long, and quite often the whole east coast ends up going, getting really wet. Yeah, anyway, that's where we are. Yeah, Sunshine Coast is not sunny today. There hasn't been a single. It's been raining since really early in the morning, and hasn't let up at all. It's sort of a drizzly rain as well, which is. Actually, what's that one with? Yeah, dealing with this one here. That's okay. So we've got the 6 in there. So that's now gotten rid of the rebels. And the Alchemist Guild coming in 10 turns. That'll be cool. Then we can start to pump out more powerful adamantine-powered creatures. Typically the archers in this case. Well, let's go and finish this one off. We don't know what's in here either. This one's still healing up. I might leave it. Although this one is not hard. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's do an F5 just in case I really screw it up. Bunsen saying Sunshine Coast is nice. We visited a few years ago. Prefer it to the Gold Coast. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's a lot less developed, but unfortunately the local government is trying to change that for the worse. So people here are not very keen about that. Well, some are. Some are. Some are quite happy for the pro-development people. But anyway, we're just going to. I can do 40s from here because at least I've got magical attacks with Quaspolk, the Alchemist. Now we've got a lot of power with him, like a hell of a lot. So these are going to rip through these. I'll do the skeletons because they can be more difficult than the other. No damage. These can't target my flying units. Now these are immune to missiles, so no point targeting them. Actually, I wonder if that's what's caused the problem here. It is a magical attack. So that should, this unit's range attacks are magically imbued. They are accurate at any distance, suffering no penalties. The attack will completely bypass a target's missile immunity, but can be stopped by targets possessing magic immunity, which they don't have. So we technically should be okay against, yeah, there we go. We can cause damage with those, we can't cause it with these. Yeah, this one, it's got 3 times 5, so 15 possible attacks with magical weapons, so I'm not going to attack it just yet. So they're trying to get to the hero. I can always just kite my way out of this. Down to just 2. Only one of them, so we'll use these to finish these off now. If I can just weaken this a bit more, that would be ideal. Yeah, that's did a bit too much damage to us. That did well. I got rid of another 2, so I think we'll take this one in now. That got rid of all of them. Just need to weaken them before we do this. They can't actually target the flying units. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we've lost a bit of health with this one. Now he's out of ammo, got no more ammo left. We've got 9 hit points, but I think we'll still just keep on going with this. Another one down. Yeah, let's just give this a go. There we go. Good. So we took a bit of damage there with the tempests. Now we've got the coast of resist elements. This one does give water walking. Yep. So he's gone up another level. That's good. So more power for him from that one, as has the tempest. So that one's worked out okay. So he is now, yes, and he's now gone up and is a commander. So we've only got one more level up that we can get for him, but that's good. So he's now becoming quite powerful. And once he gets this, that's going to make him really powerful. Just want to cross to where the others are. Where'd the other one go? Didn't attack us. Yes, this one's got the adamantine weapons, so we're going to sort of see... This one's still got weak hit points, which is a problem, so we have to try to get this one to level up. I don't know where the other one escaped to. Oh well. So we don't know what's in here. The chances are... God, this is one... I'm just going to do an F5. Just on the off chance that we can do this. I don't think we'll be able to. Oh, they're all just Nagas. If we can do this, it would be useful. Let's just see how we go. There is a way around this. We can be a bit gamey with getting this particular one done. So we'll do some damage, but then we'll actually game it out for the rest of it. Because these can't target flying units, and we can surround our guy here with flying units if we need to. 3, 4, 5. You can even just place them in the middle there, or even just have 3 of them. Let's just get it ready. There. You're not breaking through here very well. Might just let one of these through and just sort of see what sort of damage they can do. He doesn't have poison resistance. But we do have overall resistance, so we'll see how we go. that was a big one. That was good. Okay, that's a good one for us to use as a test. Still got some in here we can use. Okay, so let's let it do the attack. Let's see what happens. So we'll do it with 1. No damage. We'll try it with 2. This is our last ranged attack. Just got a few more with these. So now there's no more movement for any of them. That's good, we killed one of them. Oh, we're taking damage here, so now it becomes a bit more dangerous for us. We'll still keep it going. If we have a look and see what went through, I'm assuming it's the poison. It was all in the one aspect actually. So we had the as you know, it was only melee. No poison damage got through. So they broke through our armor. That's right. We don't have the super armor yet. We're still heading that way. Well, let's just continue on and see what actually happens here. I mean, I can attack with these as well, just to weaken them. I think I'll leave that like that for now. Just allow it to do the attack this way. If we take a couple more points, I'll close the gate and then we'll just let the game sort of run down. I can attack this one. We may be able to stun it. Did we get the stun? Nope. Yep, I still didn't get it. Oh, that's good. That would have been stoning, I think. Yeah, so stoning received 12 points of damage. That killed them off just with the stoning ability. Hero is learning his ropes in here. Down. And destroyed again with the stoning, which works out well. We've still got one more archery here. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, we're out of ammo actually, so we need to just stay back where we are. It's been destroyed, again with stoning. This one's uninjured, coming in. And that won't matter that much, except I could actually now use a spell. Yeah, I've only got the Phantasm. I don't have the don't have much else to do here. Oops. Whoa, that was good. That was good. Okay, so we'll leave that one where that is. Does this one have any more archery? No, it doesn't. These are powerful when they get to attack, because they completely ignore the armor. It's only when they get attacked that it's a big problem. Okay, we're down to one more unit, and so we're doing well here. There we go. Wow, that was great. So we did very, very well there. Our hero did incredible, and that worked in nicely, actually having him blocked away and behind everything. So yeah, that was very effective. Picked up a heap of gold, a heap of mana as well. We got changed terrain, lots of XP. This one went up a level, that's great. So that then gives this one, we now have this one open, so we can bring this guy down to take this. That's good. Now we've got the, so lightning has now just picked up the, if we go back and have another look, what do we end up getting there? What are we trying to get in here? The bank's a good one to aim for. The university for that one. Have we got the Alchemist Guild? Yeah, we have. So we can now pick up adamantine powered units. Yeah, crispy troops with 10% chance to hit magical weapons, depending on the available resources. Yeah, so it's this one here is. We're going to go back to more tempests now. I don't know if we get the adamantine powered tempests. We'll find out. Okay, we'll end our turn there. Still expanding fairly well. It's turn 108. Summon hero, great. So we want to get another hero in just to start to get them to level up a little bit as well. Aha! New one of the other factions. They're all in together actually. That's interesting. It's good for us to see that. Research available. I might grab that one. We're going through the research pretty fast actually. So Yep, so Bud's saying, I found the download link for GOG on the guide. Okay, to post the link in chat. It probably won't let you, actually, sorry. It's I use different anti-spam type stuff, and it won't allow links. So sorry about that one. You can sort of fudge it by doing different things. Not just Google Master Magic Official Strategy Guide PDF. It's the first result. Thanks for that. So we're coming back now. Tactic, I blame you for the wallet draining on Steam. That will happen soon. Oh, look, I went through this morning with a stream, like the games that are upcoming for 2024. On the list is 75 games, and they're all games that I think are good. So it's going to be a crazy year. Some of them are really good. Some great games coming. Unbelievable games, actually. So we've now taken that one. That's good. We do need to come back down into the bottom here and see what these are doing. A little bit of damage done to our forces, but nothing sort of too bad. Yep, this is easy. So we want to get as much experience here as we possibly can. We also want to pick up the loot that is in these areas. Now this one is not. This one can actually attack flying units. So now we have to be a bit more careful. It's relatively weak, but it moves at 3. So 1, 2, 3. It'll be there. Let's just get that one ready and see if we can sort of stun it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So that's both of those in there. That'll be okay. If it attacks, so just to go through what this one does, it's got a fire breath of 3, so allows the attacking unit. So it's only when it attacks that it gets to do this one, but it goes in before any other combat. So, but we have our own special ability in through here, which I'm going to do to try to reduce its effectiveness. So we did 2 damage, killed off another one of the units. If we have another look at this one. It's not it hasn't been impacted by the stun damage that we were hoping to inflict. Do that again. And have a quick look and see. No, there's no stun. So stun didn't work. In that case, what I'll do is I'll target it with this. That's another unit down. These are 20%, so I'll just cover it with these. Took a bit of damage there. Okay, so a bit of gold, bit of mana, nothing much else. Builder's Hall. Actually, I can go deeper in those dungeons. Probably should really look at that. There's no reason not to. Grab another couple of troll spearmen in here. Just to reduce the unrest. It's on the magic road. Now look at the time, guys. I'm going to have to get going actually, so I think I'll wind this up now. Here we go. So we've got Tauron. It's chaotic. Okay, so he's going to be all over the place. Do you have anything we can trade with you though? No, not really. Nope. So he's going to be probably the main enemy, I think. Just end the conversation. But I think I'll leave it here when it's the start of our turn. Actually, we can see what his heroes are like. Just press P and go onto the overworld. Yeah, he's actually a high level, 21 melee damage with magic attacks, 10 armor. So he's susceptible to magic at this stage, but he's still not at his peak yet. Causes fear. Yeah, so whatever weapon he's got is giving him +6 melee attack bonus, Flaming, so imparts a 3 damage bonus during the type of attack for which the host weapon is designed. So he'll do flaming damage as well. So he's very, very powerful, but is susceptible to magic. So that'll be interesting to sort of see what he gets to do, but extremely powerful. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that one through there. What's the mod about? The mod that we're playing with actually introduces different factions. So can't see any on the there was a group. I don't think there's any in here. I've got that ability. But there is actually, there's 5 different factions in the mod, and a whole lot of different types of heroes. In fact, is that one of them? Yeah, this is one of them. So Mufade the Pikeman comes from the actual mod itself. But the mod's great. It really is, it adds so much to the game. But usually I stream the game on Slytherin TV channel over on Twitch, and that's but I've got to play the base game for that one, unfortunately. So this has been fun. That's why I want to play more and more of this just over the next week or so here on YouTube. So I'll probably be around this time for when I do have time to stream. I'll actually come in and just do a few hours at a time and continue on. So we're up to turn 110 now. So I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next exciting episode, where we should start to get a bit more aggressive soon as we build up our forces. But yeah, we're doing pretty well, I think. In fact, actually, before we go, we can look at the history. Yeah, this tells us where everyone actually is. So we're green. No, we're not doing all that well. But you can see there that Kali has actually suffered a bit, but Tauron has accelerated up. That has to be his hero, I'd think. Merlin is ahead and has been fairly consistently ahead. We've been behind for most of the game and just coming up now. So we're going to start to build more and more troops, and our troops will be adamantine troops. These other troops are from Arcanus, so they possibly won't have adamantine to sort of make them with any sort of strength. Magic power, yeah, we're miles ahead of the others. As we get the different power nodes, we are picking up an awful lot of power coming through. This is going to make our magic power exponentially more than the others, so we're doing very, very well there. Research-wise, we should be accelerating up, which we are. I thought we'd be ahead of the others, but we're actually not quite. That'll be the difficulty factor. Number of towns, we are middling. Tauron has actually accelerated ahead through there, so we need to get more towns. Fame, we're miles down the bottom here. We just don't have any fame. Merlin's done very, very well with fame. Gold income, we're coming last. And food income, coming last there again as well. And mana income, we should be coming first. No, we're not. We're coming last there as well. Okay, so that's sort of where everything actually sort of sits at this point in time. The army strength is probably the relevant one, really, and number of towns. Anyway, I'll leave it there. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's a great.